Natrience, the alliance of nature and science.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our second Natrience training call. We're so happy to have all of you. Looks like we have a lot of people joining who were on our call last week, and hopefully we have some new participants with us this week on our call as well. Last week, we had the fantastic opportunity to hear mainly from Sisel and from Holly on the overview of the product line, the messaging of the product line, all about Natrience, and all about each of the individual products. And today, Holly and I are excited to join you to dive a little bit deeper into the regimens. As Sisel mentioned last week, with 10 products in the line, there's a lot of products to choose from. And we don't necessarily anticipate that everybody is going to be using all 10 products because Natrience was really developed as a personalized skincare line. What that means is that there are products in here that address specific skin needs, and we know that everybody will be able to find the exact products that are going to help them help each of you with the specific concerns that you have. And so today we want to talk a little bit in more detail about how do you get started on your Natrience regimen, or how would you help a new person to understand which products they should be using based on skin type or skin concern. So as Sisel mentioned last week, the 10 products in the line are divided into these 4 steps. Step 1 is cleanse and exfoliate. Step 2 is target and treat. Step 3 is moisturize. And then step 4 is protect. Now, there are a couple of products, specifically like Skin Dew Refreshing Mist, that might kind of fit into several different categories because it can treat your skin, it can moisturize your skin, and it can protect your skin. So let's dive a little bit deeper into, first of all, when we're explaining these 4 steps and we've got products in each step, how are you going to determine what your skin type is? Because some of the regimens that we're going to talk about today are based on skin type, and then some of the regimens are based on skin concern. So first of all, you'll see throughout some of our training materials that we talk about skin type. And a lot of times we will combination and oily skin together and then normal to dry skin together. So if you've never thought about what your skin type is or wonder how you would determine what your skin type is, here's just a kind of a quick infographic to help you understand how to determine your skin type. So if your face feels oily and looks shiny most of the time, then you probably have an oily skin type. If your T-zone is shimmery or kind of oily, but the rest of your face is mostly matte, that means that you probably have a combination skin type. Now, what a combination skin type means, what a T-zone means is if you think about your face in a T. So your forehead would be the top of the T, your nose and your chin would be the line of the T. So if your forehead, your nose, or your chin sometimes feel or look a little bit oily or greasy, but your cheeks might be a little flaky and dry, then you would have combination skin. If you have minimal oil, minimal flakiness or redness, or really, no oiliness or flakiness, then your skin would be normal. And if you've got a lot of flakiness or tightness, especially right after you cleanse, then you probably have dry skin. So that's a quick way to help determine what your skin type is. Now, last week, Sisel also showed these 8 common solutions, or these solutions are the solutions that the Natrience line provides to really any skin concern that you could potentially think about. The ones that I've highlighted here that I've got the box around, brightening, firming, and clarifying, those are the other regimens that we're going to talk about today too. And those are based a bit more on skin concern. So let's go right into these little regimen charts that we've developed. For anyone who was at Mauer Mountain, you received one of these regimen charts in your folder. And I do have to mention that we did catch there was an error on this essentials regimen. And I'll point that out here in a minute. But we are going to have these regimen charts available to purchase in in a tear pad so that you can hand these out to your customers and your clients. So these will be available probably next week on our call. So the first regimen we're going to look at here is your essentials regimen. And this essentials regimen is the one that's based on skin type. So combination to oily skin or normal to dry skin. So you can see here that Pure Balance Jelly Cleanser, that would be used across all skin types. Cell-Anew Perfecting Serum, that's your treatment step, and that would also be used across skin types. Where your specific skin type comes into play would be in your moisturizing step. So if you've got combination to oily skin, you're going to use the Hydra-Lite Repair Lotion for your moisturizer. If you have normal to dry skin, you're going to use Hydra-Rich Repair Cream as your moisturizer. Now, one hint that I like to give, which is something that I myself do, is a lot of times I'll use the Hydra-Lite Repair Lotion in the morning because it's a little bit lighter moisturizer. And then I'll use the Hydra-Rich Repair Cream at night because I like that more intense, rich moisturizer at night. But overall, if you're wondering which regimen you would use, then that's a good way to think about that. Hydra-Lite for combination to oily, Hydra-Rich for normal to dry. Now, I mentioned if you did receive this chart in your Mauer Mountain package, those definitions, I'm sorry to say, were mixed up. So it had said normal to dry skin for Hydra-Lite and oily to combination for Hydra-Rich. So we have corrected that on the regimen cards that we will be printing and that will be available for you to purchase. And then your fourth step is your Skin Shield Mineral Sunscreen Lotion, and that's your essential protection from UVA and UVB rays. So those are your essential regimens based on skin type. Now, I'm just going to take just a minute to talk about the brightening regimen here and then the clarifying and the firming regimen because Holly's going to go into more detail on those. But what I do just want to mention here is that we also have put together for you a brightening regimen, which includes the Go Bright Brightening Booster. So you would add that into your lineup. If you have dullness or discoloration or age spots on your skin, you're going to add in that Go Bright in your treatment step. If you have uneven skin tone or if you have blemishes, then we have the clarifying regimen for you. And you would add in the Go Clear Multi-Acid Clarifying Boost into your regimen. And that product's going to help to even your skin tone, help stimulate skin cell renewal, and just give you kind of overall clear and even looking skin. The firming regimen includes the Go Firm Firming Boost in your treatment step. And that product is designed to really strengthen and revitalize your skin. It's going to help with collagen and elastin production. If you got any, noticeable signs of kind of saggy skin or thinner skin, like losing collagen and elastin, losing that firm appearance, and you're going to add that in. And you can see here between these two regimens, we're recommending Hydra-Lite as your moisturizer on the clarifying regimen, typically because if you've got some problems with blemishes, then your skin might be more on the combination to oily side. So there you would use the Hydra-Lite Repair Lotion. On the firming regimen, that's probably for a more mature skin type, which typically more mature skin types are going to be a little bit drier skin. So we have the Hydra-Rich Repair Cream there. Holly's going to go into more detail again on how you can figure out what you need and adding products into your regimen. But that's just a quick guide for an essentials regimen, a brightening regimen, a clarifying regimen, and a firming regimen. So those 5 different regimens we have available for you to purchase as a pack, as a kit. And when you purchase those products together in that regimen, you get a 10% discount on those products. So those are all available on the website and through customer service for you to order those regimens. And I'm going to turn it over to Holly now, and she's going to give us a little bit of information on this fabulous user's guide that we have available, and then go into a little bit more detail on how you would choose the products that are best for your skin type and how to personalize your regimen for yourself. So, Holly?
Thanks, Karen. So like she said, or as the slide says, we now have these user guides available for purchase in a 10-pack on the website or through customer service. We're really excited about these. We've had some really good feedback since Mauer Mountain and passing those out. So they include frequently asked questions, covers a lot of answers in there for you, as well as all of the PIPs. And then it will go through and explain the Natrience personalized skincare for you as well, and where to start. We really wanted to simplify this as much as we could because it is a whole new product line, 10 new products. That's a lot. Sometimes it can be overwhelming in knowing where to get started. So we just wanted to make sure that it's accessible to anybody, that nobody's feeling overwhelmed, which is why we're doing these training calls. And doesn't matter if you're just like getting started in skincare. Maybe you've always just used soap and what you use on the rest of your body on your face. That's okay. Maybe you're an old pro with skincare and this is just all new products that you're learning how to use. And maybe you're pretty happy with what you're currently doing and you're just ready to take the next step in better skin health. So I want to start with if you are brand new to skincare, because we're all pretty new to Natrience. So this first slide just shows where each of the products falls into which category. And like Karen said, our Skin Dew does fall into 3 of our categories because it targets and treats the skin as well as moisturizing the skin as well as protecting the skin. I like to use the Skin Dew to kind of help prepare my skin before you're using any of these target or treat products. It kind of helps the product go a little further and just soak into the skin better. Just feels a lot better as it goes in when you use the Skin Dew first. Anyway, let's move forward and talk about just if you're just barely getting started, this is your 2-step regimen. It looks like more. There's 4 products right here on this screen. But basically it's just, you're going to cleanse your skin and then you're going to moisturize your skin. So this shows you, we have our Pure Balance cleanser for cleansing morning and night. And then it shows you our 3 moisturizing options. So as Karen said, we have our Hydra Light, which is more for oily and combination skin. We have our Hydra Rich, which is for more normal to dry skin. And for the sake of simplicity, we are combining the moisturize and protect step because our Skin Shield can be used as a moisturizer if you just want 2 steps. So you would pick one of these 3 moisturizers, depending on your concerns and which one just feels right to you. So then moving on to the 3 step, if you're okay with the 3rd step, then that's where the Sisel would come in. So first you're going to cleanse, and then you'll treat your skin, give it all the nutrients that it needs to be healthy, and then you're going to moisturize to really lock all that good stuff in and keep it protected. Let's move on to then the 4th step would be just breaking apart that moisturize and protect step again into 2 different steps. So you'll cleanse, then you'll use the Sisel Perfecting Serum, then you'll pick your moisturizer, and then your protection is the Skin Shield. I think Karen mentioned you can possibly use the Hydra Light in the morning as well as the Skin Shield, and then just use the Hydra Rich at night. One thing that's important to remember is that if you're only going to do this once a day, I would recommend doing it at night. The skin and the whole body is repairing itself from the full day from any exposure to pollution and just a harsh environment. It's going to really repair at night while you're sleeping. So it's best to make sure that your skin is clean, nourished, and moisturized at night while you sleep.
Holly, I'll add one thing to that. I love the way you just mentioned that. And I will also say if you are, again, newer to skincare or really just doing a regimen at night, you do want to use the Skin Shield Mineral Sunscreen Lotion in the daytime if you're going to be out in the sun at all, because you do need that protection from UVA and UVB rays. But Holly's totally correct that at night is when your skin is repairing and regenerating. And so that's a great time to use the treatment products and the moisturizers.
Thanks. Great point. So moving forward to the next slide, we bring in just more of the personalized. This is where the boosters come in, where Karen was talking about earlier, the different concerns. So like she said, if you have dark spots or dull skin, the Go Bright is a great booster for you. And this just falls in the target and treat section. So in your routine, you would cleanse, and then you'd use the Celanew, and then add the Go Bright. And we also have later on in the slide, it'll show where to apply which boosters. And that is also in our user's guide. So just FYI there. So you're going to treat, and then you will moisturize, and then you will protect. Then if you want, you can switch that out for a different booster depending on your concerns. So if your concerns are clear skin, if you're having problems with blemishes, whiteheads, blackheads, this is the booster for you. And then next would be our Go Firm booster. So this one is, like she said, for sagging skin or just kind of wrinkles and fine lines. This will help with that concern. And then we can move forward. All right, here we go. So this is what I wanted to show you. So for the Go Bright, the brightening booster, you can apply it on your forehead, across the top of your nose, cheeks, under eyes, upper lip, and chin area. The Go Clear, you want to avoid under the eyes or anywhere close to the eyes, as well as the upper lip, but it's good for forehead, cheeks, nose, and chin. And then our Go Firm is really good for the jowl lines as well as your forehead, and you kind of get some frown lines in between your eyebrows. And then I really like it for the nasolabial folds here, smile lines here, and then neck. And then I like to apply an upward motion on my neck with the Go Firm. I can't believe how much it's actually helped my neck. And then we can move forward to the next slide. Again, here's the complete regimen, personalized to your skin's needs. So you can see again where each of these fall into the regimen. And this, like I said, you will get this in the user's guide, so you can refer to that. And I'm ready for the next slide.
Holly, before we move to the next slide, let me just add a couple of things. And I also see a couple of comments here in the chat that I want to address. One of the things that we have found as we initially had some testers using these products several months before we launched, and then as we have launched the products, we've had people talk about being able to feel the activity of some of these products on their skin. So as we're thinking through these different regimens, and as you're adding products, especially as you're adding the serum or the boosters into your regimen, you do want to give your skin some time to adjust to one product at a time. So, for example, I'm going to go back here to the 4-step regimen, where you're adding in the Celanew into your regimen. So when you start adding the serums or the treatment products, we do recommend that you would add the Celanew first, because it is going to give you kind of the overall anti-aging and skin health benefits. This product has the hyaluronic acid at a very high concentration, and it also has an ingredient that's called hydroxypinacolone retinoate. That's a long name. It's a retinol alternative. Some of you may know or have heard about retinol in the past. Retinol is a really great anti-aging ingredient, but it can be irritating and it can cause sensitivity. So we have an alternative that has the same efficacious benefits as retinol, but without the irritation. So you would want to start adding one serum or booster at a time. So add Selenu into your regimen, give your skin a week or two to become accustomed to that. And then that's where you would go to adding either the brightening booster and then give your skin some time to adjust to that, or the clarifying booster, or the firming booster. So you just may not want to start with too many products, especially too many treatment products all at once. Just allow your skin a little bit of time to become accustomed to those boosters. And then let me just look at, I just want to address some of the comments that have come through. So Sandy asked, she said, do you not use the Skin Dew with those packs as it isn't in the pack? Sandy, you're probably referring to the packs that I was talking about, those essential regimens. Skin Dew is in, if I go back here to these regimens, we do have it in the brightening regimen, and we do have it, I guess it's just in that brightening regimen. Part of the reason it's not included in every pack here is we wanted to keep these packs, each of these, to so that it's really kind of not including every product in the line. But definitely Skin Dew is one, even if it's not in that pack, you can incorporate Skin Dew into any regimen. You can see here that on the clarifying and the firming regimens, we've included exfolium. And the reasoning behind that is because if you've got blemishes or, like Holly said, whiteheads or blackheads, the exfolium is really going to help to exfoliate your skin, slough off dead skin cells, and kind of balance out sebum production. So that's helpful for blemishes. Exfolium is also helpful if you've got dry skin, so more mature skin. If you're losing some firmness, you may also be experiencing dry skin. So between these regimens, we just wanted to have kind of a balance of the different products. But of course, Skin Dew and exfolium can be used in any regimen. Skin Dew, you can use that anytime throughout the day. And exfolium is designed for 2 to 3 times a week. That you wouldn't be using that product every day. That's a couple of times a week that you would be using that. So hopefully that answers that question. Suzanne asked about using the jelly cleanser to remove eye makeup.
Can I address this one?
Yeah, Barb said that it takes her eye makeup off really well. I find that it takes mine off really well as well. Holly, what's your experience with that?
Yeah, so while we were formulating this one, working through it, trying different versions, there were some versions that didn't take the makeup off very well. And so we made sure that it was still gentle enough to not dry you out. It does help with sebum balancing as well, but then it does I tend to wear more eye makeup than Karen. And so I was pushing for it to be a little stronger in taking the makeup off. And I'm really happy with it, the way that it turned out. I really think it's a great product. I just wanted to give my 2 cents there because that was a really important thing to me. I didn't want the extra step of having to use an eye makeup remover as well.
Right. Good answer. And then let's see. Julie is asking about using Go Bright and Go Firm together. And yes, you can definitely use any of the boosters together. Let me go back to this slide that shows that Holly talked about where on your face you would use these. And also just to reiterate that you may not want to just start with all of the boosters. like I said, give your skin a little bit of time to become accustomed to one, because these are highly concentrated active ingredients. These are like professional grade products. So they are very active. So it's probably best to incorporate one at a time into your regimen. And then just make sure that, for example, on the Go Clear, I myself notice that if I get it too close to my lips, then I get a lot of tingling in my lips, or if I get it too close up under my eyes, there may be just a little bit of irritation. So for sure on the Go Clear, don't use it too close to your eye area or right around your lips, upper lip area. But definitely these boosters are designed where you can incorporate 1, 2, or 3 of them into your regimen. And then Denise is asking, what would someone use for acne? So we are not able to make an acne claim on the Go Clear because it's not an OTC product. But you'll notice that we say things like blemishes or the red marks that breakouts leave behind. So Go Clear would be the best product for that, although we cannot officially make acne claims on this product, but it does have the same types of active ingredients that acne products would have. Gloria is asking, can I use Go Firm on my neck, throat, at the same time I use Go Bright on my face? Yes. You can use, if you've got, like for me, I get a little dark patch on my forehead right here, and I get a little bit of darkness over the top of my lips. So I like to use Go Bright on my forehead and across the upper lip. And then I like to use Go Clear on my cheeks and my chin. And then you could do the Go Firm on your neck and your jawline. So you can kind of mix and match and target specific areas that might need some extra care. And then Katie asked, do you use Skin Dew on top of the sunblock? And then I'm not sure the second question there, but Skin Dew, yes. Skin Dew you can use anytime throughout the day. If you're putting it on top of your skin shield, you're going to want to let the skin shield sit on your skin for probably 5 to 10 minutes, just because it's got this active sunscreen, the mineral sunscreen on it. So you're going to want that to be able to absorb in your skin. You don't want to spray the Skin Dew right away and have it, potentially, I won't say wash off, but potentially, take away some of that sunscreen protection. But yes, you can just let your sunscreen sit for a bit. Which product is best for the eyelid? Again, we cannot really state that any of these products should be used directly on your eyelids, other than, I know when I use my cleanser, I'll go over my eyes pretty well to get rid of the makeup. Personally, I do use the moisturizer on my eyelids. I don't think you'd want to use any of the boosters on your eyelids. That's probably an area where you may want to just test it first and make sure that you don't have any sensitivity there on the eyelids, because you don't want anything going into your eyes. Does Go Bright help with darkened skin after giving childbirth? Go Bright is designed to work with the melanin production in your skin. So, any of those dark spots that would be caused by excessive melanin production, then there could definitely be some benefit there. Neck area would be the Go Firm for sure. Blemishes, whole system, you can use the whole system. So I would do cleansing, exfolium once or twice a week, your moisturizer, your sunscreen, and then add the Go Clear into your regimen for blemishes. Age spots are going to be the Go Bright. When you get used to the 3 special products, can you use the 3 all in one day? And which second and third? I think we kind of addressed that with how you can use the boosters all together if you want to do that.
Yeah, just give yourself enough time for your skin to acclimate to how they're going to do with each product for sure. We are running out of time. It's 4:30.
Yeah.
I really appreciate all these questions.
And let me just go to this other slide here, because we definitely do want to get all of your questions answered for you. If your question was not answered on the call today, then let me just go over a few of these these ways that you can get information from us and that you can also ask questions for us. If you are not on our email list yet, call customer service at 801-704-6700 to be added to our emails. If you're not on our texting service yet, text the word Sisel to 385-327-7571. And then if there are any other questions that you have, please either send an email to customer service at sisel.net, or you can call that same customer service number. And then you can always listen to these calls. We'll have last week's call, and then today's call will be up probably on Monday. You can see those on YouTube, or you can call our conference line, which is 801-704-6800, and press option 3. But please, if you have questions, send an email to customer service and we'll get all of those questions answered. Now we're having some fun giveaways on all of these calls. Last week we had 10 random winners that we sent the cute little facial scrubber to. Today we wanted to give the person who had the most invited guests on the call this really super cute branded headband and these wristbands that are perfect to use while cleansing your face. The headband keeps your hair back, and the wristbands are really nice to keep the water from running down your arms. So what we'll ask on this one is sometime within the next 2 days, if you can send an email to customer service. We're closed tomorrow for the 4th of July holiday, but by the end of this week, by Friday, if you send an email to customer service and tell us how many invited guests you had on the call, then the person who had the most guests, we will send you out this cute headband and wristbands. And then next week, when you join us next Wednesday, July 10th, we'll have a random drawing of 5 winners, and we will send 5 winners out this brand new Natrience User's Guide, that 10-pack. So we sure appreciate all of you joining us. We will have 6 more calls in this series. We'll be going over even more detail on the products in the line, the active ingredients in the serums and the boosters. We'll be going over the science, and we'll be answering any of the other questions that you guys have for us. So thanks again so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. And please be sure to go back and listen to these calls, send us your questions, and then we will see all of you next Wednesday on our number 3 call.
Yep. Thanks, everybody. We really appreciate your questions.